accomplish a couple of things. First, I want to show you how to set up your email, because we talked about how you're going to be getting notifications of what's going on the Canvas page in your email, and it's really important that you keep these organized. And then this is going to help us. The second thing I'll talk about is how are the ways in which we are going to kind of interact. How am I going to give you feedback after you turn something in? How are you going to answer questions? So first, let's just focus on dealing with your Outlook. Everybody has an Outlook, Microsoft 365 Outlook with their QSI school. Or if you're just a QVS student, then you also are given an email. And this is the email that is in Canvas, so Canvas is going to interact with this. So the first thing I recommend is, you can see on the side here I have folders. So you really need to have folders for notifications, and you might find that your notifications are going to junk mail or clutter, so you might have to check that, but you want to make it organized. So down at the bottom you can create a new folder, and then I suggest to have one for every class. Just like when I was a kid, I didn't have email, but the day number one, the teacher gave us folders, or our parents bought us folders, and we labeled them math, English, so forth. So have a folder for each class. And then when you get a notification, you can see here in my inbox, these are the 3 things I have to deal with today that I haven't graded yet. And I just have very few emails left here of things that are kind of still, I have to still pay attention to, so I don't want to completely get rid of them and put them in the file. They're here to make me think of them. So this is kind of like my working memory. Right, here's what you need to deal with, and then when it's done, I either delete it or put it in a file. And have a system for this, because everything that you turn in, every time any of your QVS teachers grade it, you're going to get a notification. And if you don't deal with this, it's going to be overwhelming. So when you first go to class, look through your notifications, make sure you don't need to do anything else. So what I see, and you'll see the same thing. So I see when a student turns something in. You're going to see when I give feedback. It's just the screen. So when a student turns something in, I'm able to go to grade it, and I can put a grade, and I can, so here is the grade I put, complete, and I put a comment. If I were to say incomplete, I would have a comment, and then you would know what to do. And what's really cool about this is, from the student's end, you get a notification in your email, and you can go to this, and you can see that you can also comment. So I wrote something here, and then the student wrote me back. And so we can actually have a conversation just about this particular assignment right here, and then it helps both of us keep track of what we were talking about. So I like that feature. So make sure your email is organized. Use the notifications to go back. If something needs to be corrected, correct it before you go to your next assignment. So this is kind of for all assignments on Canvas. Canvas has an email feature. I can show it to you if I get out of these speed graders. Sorry about that. It has an email feature, right? And we could email back and forth here, but I really don't do that very often. I will send some messages. Sometimes it is faster for me to send messages through Canvas, but again, you get a notification in your other email, so it's a little bit redundant. But when you have a specific question about a problem, this is where Microsoft Teams is very, very useful. You can see that this student sent me these questions, and I'm able to send responses, and I'm able to keep track of every interaction we have over the lessons. So I ask that if we're talking about a specific mathematics question, let's stick within Teams, but everything else will be within Canvas. So I hope this quick video helps you. 1, create an organized inbox. Know that you gotta check your notifications to see if something needs to be fixed. And let's use Teams when you want to talk about specific questions. And while I'm here, notice how I have these for everybody, okay? And this is not something you should not worry. Look at all of these things. You should not worry about how much we interact. I interact with students all the time on Teams. I answer lots of questions. I do ask, you'll see if students send me an assignment on Team, I say upload it to Canvas, because this is not a place to turn in assignments. It's a place to answer questions. So I hope you find that helpful, and let's make sure that we're communicating frequently.